Buenos días, buenas tardes, estudiantes. Hoy es viernes, hoy es la clase número 32. Es la clase 32 de lección 5, las vacaciones. En la clase el miércoles, en la última clase, the last class, aprendimos muchas actividades, muchos verbos con las vacaciones, con una acción. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up all of the things that we learned the last time, and as I put them up, I want to challenge you guys to do the action that goes along with it. So, first one, here we go. Acampar. Confirmar una reservación. Hacer las maletas. Hacer windsurf. Ir de compras. Ir en autobús. Ir en auto. By the way, there's a few other words for car. Auto is one. Automóvil. The whole word for car is automóvil. You can also say the word carro. It's got a double R in there. You can also say the word coche. And they're used geographically in different places. So coche in Spain. Carro more in the northern Central American countries. Carro and auto kind of interchangeable, but I hear carro a lot. Next one, ir en avión. Give me the action. Ir en barco. Ir en moto o ir en motocicleta. Ir en taxi. Jugar a las cartas. Montar a caballo. Pescar. Y sacar fotos o tomar fotos. Sacar fotografías, tomar fotografías. Okay, I'm going to do an action. I want you to repeat the action, repeat the word behind me. So the first one is this. Ir en barco. Next one. Ir en auto. Next to hacer las maletas. Yo hago las maletas. Tú haces las maletas. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Montar a caballo. Montar a caballo. Yo monto a caballo. Tú montas a caballo. Ella monta a caballo. Pescar, pescar, taxi. Ir en taxi, dinero. Ir de compras, ir de compras. Ir en avión. Jugar a las cartas. Confirmar una reservación. Hacer windsurf. Acampar. Vroom, vroom. Ir en moto o ir en motocicleta. Ir en autobús. Sacar fotos o tomar fotos. Okay, just getting you guys more familiar with those words. And some more of the travel verbs or words that we did on the last class as well. We'll practice those too. But just a couple things that I found that have to do with vacaciones, viajar. See if you can figure this one out. I'm going to give you a second. Una parte de mí quiere viajar. La otra también. One part of me wants to travel and the other part too. So, la otra, the other part, referring to la parte up there. So, the other part also. And then viajar es vivir. A mí me gusta mucho viajar. I don't know if you guys have. It's one of the best ways, in my opinion, you can spend your money is traveling and seeing the world in different things, different cultures. Next one. I was going to do this as a devotional today. If we would have been all together, we would have sung it. We've done this one before, actually. Yo tengo gozo, 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 gozo en mi corazón. ¿Dónde? En mi corazón. ¿Dónde? En mi corazón. Yo tengo gozo, 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 gozo en mi corazón. ¿Por qué? Why? Why do I have joy in my heart? Porque Cristo me salvó. Okay, so I'm not going to sing that for you guys. I'll spare you. You can pause it and you can sing it yourself, and that's fine too. But what I wanted to add to that song is a part that we did not do the last time. Take a look at this. In between verses, you can sing this little part here that goes, Y soy alegre, sí, muy alegre. Alegre is going to be a word we learned today. I'm happy. Yes, very happy. Sí, muy alegre. Porque tengo el amor de Cristo en mi ser. Sí, en mi ser. Because I have the love of Christ in my very being. Do you see the verb ser means to be? So in my very core, in my being, in my heart. Y soy alegre, sí, muy alegre, porque tengo el amor de Cristo en mi ser. Now, soy alegre. We're going to talk today about estar and ser and how you can kind of manipulate those depending on what you're trying to communicate. So, we're going to talk about the fact that estar has to do with your emotions. And you're like, okay, well, if estar deals with emotions, shouldn't that be estoy alegre? Estar alegre, estar has to do with things just for the moment, for the time being. Okay, just in a certain situation. We'll talk about this more later, I promise. But the verb ser has to do with down deep. Okay, it's not just a fleeting thing. It's not a just condition I'm in for the moment or for the time being. It's deep. It goes down farther than my surface. So, soy alegre is much better in this context to describe what's going on here than estoy alegre. So I just wanted to start with that because we're going to come back to that ser versus estar here in a little bit. Next slide. I want you to put your finger on the pause button in just a second, and I would like you to ask yourself the 5 questions that you wrote because your compañero is not there. But you should have used some of the vocab that came from the last class that we were starting here with las vacaciones. So take some time to ask and answer those questions to yourself right now. Go ahead and pause it. And we are going to continue with that. Now, you probably use some of these new verbs, either the same pictures that I used the other day. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to ask you the question. This time, I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to ask you to give me the name of the people who are doing these things. So, ¿Quién monta a caballo? ¿Quién monta a caballo? Jorge monta a caballo. ¿Quiénes acampan? Los padres de Isabel acampan. ¿Quién juega a las cartas? La familia Hernández juega a las cartas. Juega. You hear the UE stem changer verb there. ¿Quiénes van de compras? Anita y sus hijas. Okay, now put your finger on the pause button, and I would like you to give me the statement again for all of those things that those people are doing to practice those new verbs. Pause it, and then continue when you're ready. Same right here. ¿Quién va en avión? Susana va en avión. ¿Quiénes van en motocicleta? Los tíos de Juanita van en motocicleta. ¿Quién va en autobús? La señorita dominicana va en autobús. ¿Quiénes van en barco? Los pasajeros van en barco. Okay, pause it again. I would like you to give a statement about all those people that you just see right now. Okay, let me flip it now. I'm going to ask you, ¿Qué hace la prima de José? You finish the sentence. You create the sentence answer for me. ¿Qué hace la prima de José? La prima de José pesca. Pesca. The verb is pescar. Use it like a he, she form. ¿Qué hacen los hermanos de José? Los hermanos de José van en taxi. Van en taxi. ¿Qué hace la cuñada de José? La cuñada de José saca fotos o toma fotos. ¿Y qué hace el abuelo de José? El abuelo de José hace las maletas. Hace las maletas. Next pictures. ¿Qué hace la agente de viajes? La agente de viajes confirma la reservación. That's kind of what I was going for in that one. ¿Qué hacen los padres de Ana? Los padres de Ana hacen un viaje. They're taking a trip, or actually they're maybe planning for it, but that was the phrase that I wanted you to use. ¿Qué hace la prima de Ana? La prima de Ana hace windsurf. Hace windsurf. ¿Y qué hace la familia de Ana? La familia de Ana va en auto, or va en carro, or va en coche. Okay, next slide. Okay, tarea escrita. I'm going to go ahead and get your tarea escrita out. It was an opportunity for you to use all this vocab we've been working on, just starting with in Lección 5 before I assign anything on Panorama. Go ahead, hit the pause button, and I will put them up there as soon as you have... Actually, I'll put them up there now. So they're there. There's the first 5. Now hit the pause button. Compare yours to what you see there. And here's the next half of them. Again, hit the pause button. Compare yours. Make some changes if you need to. Take a second to compare yours. Hit the pause button. Okay, now we've had some more pictures that we did with los viajes y las vacaciones, top middle box there. There's a whole bunch of vocab there. So I've got some pictures that I'm going to ask you to tell me about. I think I have numbers. Yep. Okay, so actually we're running close to the end of the time, so why don't you pause it and give yourself the vocab word that goes along with each of those numbers. Número 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause right now. And more pictures. Estaciones, llegadas. There's some new numbers. Pause and give yourself those new vocab words if you can. Try to recall those as best you can. And one more, just a few more left. 14, 15, 16. Hit pause. Give yourself the new vocab words. Okay, I'm going to stop this video, start the next one, and at that point, we're going to be referring to the ser, estar, the estar adjectives that you see bottom right side of your vocab sheet. We're going to be talking about some of those, so have that handy as you start the next video.